like to call myself a mindset mechanic because I love digging into the root of our belief systems and finding those untruths. Then we reframe what needs adjustment, and then I let you take off and test it out in real life. So I developed the S.I.S.P.E.P method. It's 6 sessions, but for this hour, we're going to focus on the E, emotional wellness. And this is where the voices of our inner critic lives, and it lives in our brain rent-free, like squatters, okay? And it's kind of crazy how many of us in our daily lives ignore our truth because we have things to do, we have people to go to, we have a way that we need to present ourselves, right? But here's the thing too, everyone's truth depends on their unique lived experience. 90% of our actions and thoughts is based on our subconscious mind. So if you have goals you want to achieve, we have to take an honest assessment of our past so we know what's going to bubble up to the surface. And then you can also predict what your challenges might be. When you have a goal, it all boils down to your subconscious mindset. If you want something, you must feel eligible for it. And in order to reach your goals, you have to feel that you meet the requirements for it or can meet them eventually, or you end up not even trying. Does that make sense? You might not feel eligible for positive, even though you are. For example, if you want a promotion, but you don't feel eligible for it, maybe you won't take those action steps to get there. Maybe you won't ask. You might feel more eligible for negative to happen to you. So knowing the truth that you are deserving of all the positive, just as the person you're comparing yourself with, and taking the calculated risk to prevent the negative, that allows you to think about your future. So if money and time was not an issue, if you don't mind sharing in the chat, answer these 3 questions. What do you want for your future? And what do you have right now that you don't want anymore? What do you think is one of the biggest obstacles to getting what we want or letting go of what we don't want? Type in the chat box. Often, an obstacle to getting what we want is ourselves. And we keep ourselves from making that commitment and having that discipline to take action because it's so hard to change. And then we start questioning, are we good enough? Are we worthy enough? Are we eligible? Imposter syndrome starts to creep up to protect us from disappointment and not getting what we want. So really though, our inner critic is the voice of our untruths, and it prevents us from really seeing what we are worthy of. And the biggest step in the right direction, you guessed it, is just acknowledging that we have an inner critic and we have that voice within us. For all you analytical, logical minds, I developed a formula that allows both your heart and your brain to accept the truth. Now, the clinical hypnotherapist in me has tested this over and over, and I promise you it works with consistency, all right? So let me give you an example. If you're feeling unattractive, your positive heart affirmation is, I put in the effort. Whether it's, I worked out, or I brushed my hair, or I put makeup on. The logical brain, let's be honest, we want to be validated by others. Maybe you will find me attractive. Now, not taking it personal, but if you don't, here comes the alignment and acceptance of your truth. I don't consider myself less attractive. Or how about this? I won't consider myself less attractive. Constant consistency of saying, this is what I feel. If you don't feel it, I won't devalue myself less. That allows your mind and body to settle into your truth and to truly feel positive about yourself.